Hi, my name is Debbie Riek, and I'm the Education Coordinator at witf. I think talking about death with children is probably the hardest thing. When you think about talking about it with an adult, in our own minds, just getting our heads around the concept of death, it can be really, really challenging. This is my favorite book to talk with children when I'm talking about the death of a loved one. This book, I Miss You by Pat Thomas, is a great one. And it's good because it's very, very frank. It talks about what happens when you die. It talks about what a funeral is like. It talks about the feelings that you might be having. And it's really helpful for families because there are these great little, what about you, pause questions. What about you? Have you ever felt this way? That sort of drives the dialogue so that you don't even have to worry about that piece. This book, Lifetimes, I do use to talk about death with children as well. It's vague though. I always try and use it in conjunction with that I Miss You book because it talks more about, it sort of talks around the topic. I like to use it at the beginning when you're most nervous as the grown-up and you might have to share something that's scary or sad, and you don't want to start with, here's what a funeral is like, and here's what happens when you die. It's too scary for you as the grown-up. This is a nice way to sort of ease into it. It talks about how everything has a life cycle, and everything has a beginning, and everything has an end, from fish to, all different kinds of animals and rabbits, and that it recognizes that this might be sad, but it's part of what happens. It's part of the cycle of things. So this is a nice book to start that conversation. And when you get to those moments where you yourself don't know what to say, or you feel sad as the grown-up, you can read the next page, and it can really help. It's a good thing to have all the information in one spot, to be able to pause while you're reading those books with children and say, do you have any questions? Or what do you think about that? Just answer what they're asking. And it can be very reassuring to children and make them feel safe in the middle of a situation that is really scary. We're all in this together.